Hi guys, welcome back to my still unnamed channel. I'm still coming up with ideas, trying to think of something. Channel's going to be a little bit about shopping, a little bit about gardening, a little bit about crafting. I might potentially throw a date story in every now and then because one of my friends tells me that my date stories are hilarious, and honestly, if I didn't live them, I wouldn't believe some of them. So tonight we're talking about a Temu haul. I have to tell you, one of the things, normally when I do a Temu haul, I leave everything as is, and then I take it out of the packages and we kind of open it up and look at it together. But this little buddy here, it's a little stainless steel cup with a silicone lid. Silicone lid. Just a little perfect for your salad dressing. I've been bringing sandwiches to work this week, and I made a pesto mayonnaise that I've been putting on them. This little lid, I didn't do anything really runny in it, but I had, like I said, it had pesto mayonnaise, so there's oil in it. Nothing leaked in my lunch bag. This was $1.59. And I got to tell you, I'm going back for a few more because I will use these in my lunch. I come home every night and I wash it and it goes right back in my lunch bag full of something for the next morning. So they had several different colors. I'm one of those people that unless it's a really important thing or something that, color matters on, I don't get really stressed out about what colors things like this are because it's going in my lunch bag. No one's seen it but me. So some of these, depending on what color you had, it was more expensive. I don't care what color. This is my high school color. This is, I'll go with it. It was orange because we were the Orioles and this was my high school color. High school was a few years ago. But in reality, I went with orange because it was the cheapest of the colors. And I think sometimes they'll do that where if they have a color that is, they have more of, or a less popular color, it'll be a little cheaper. I think the other ones were $1.79. But either way, I'm going back for a few more of these. These things are handy. Even anything, if you had to just take anything that you just need a little of in your lunchbox, like, you could even use this for like nuts or something you're going to have a small serving of there. It's fantastic. I will definitely be getting more of those. This next section of things, I've been redoing the garden around my house, putting down stone, trying to make it pretty. And I have this cute little bistro set in my front, and I wanted to put some flowers out there, but I can sort of keep plants alive, like these clivia plants behind me. They're the perfect plant for me because I water them occasionally. They're near the window for some sun, and they're happy. I'm not the kind of person. I got lucky this year. All my seeds that I grew for my garden from scratch are from seeds are all doing wonderful. So I didn't want to push my luck and try to keep flowers alive because I know I will go out and take care of my garden every day. I'll water my garden, fertilize it, whatever I have to do for that. But I'm not the kind of person to go around deadheading all my flowers, and I'm just not that dedicated to the cause. I would rather be doing other things. So I had this idea for, I want to put a bowl in this little bistro set I have, like one of those Polish pottery type bowls. And I want to put that on the bistro set, and I want to just have some fake flowers. So I picked out a couple of fake flowers, and I had watched other videos of people, and their flowers they picked out were beautiful. I thought I read all the description. I was very careful to make sure the size, everything was right, because what I want is to kind of have that bowl sort of spill down the edge of that little bistro set. And these things might work out perfect for that. I don't think they're that pretty, but I haven't opened the bags yet. I figured we'd do that together. So this was $1.88, and this is, it doesn't say anything on it. It's just like an ivy. It even has a little pot. So it's meant to be a hanging plant. So it has has a pot with a little fake dirt in it. It's very convincing, very, very convincing. But it's, I'm going to end up pulling it apart anyway, so it doesn't matter though. There's a reasonable amount of material here, and there's you know, some that fell off. So this, it's all plastic. It doesn't look terrible though. Up close, well, actually, it doesn't really look bad on the camera. It's definitely plastic, but I don't think from the road it's going to look bad. I think, because this is sort of the idea I'm going for, the whole spilling out thing. So I think this is actually going to be all right. This is some sort of little ivy, just greenery type plant. I'm going to have to stuff this back in the bag because I have one cat that it doesn't matter if it's real or fake. If it's leaves, she's going to try to eat it. So I have that, and then the next thing I got, this one was $3.98, and they definitely look like little clover, the flowers when clover goes to flower. I think they called them dandelions. I think they called them red dandelions, but they are definitely clover. It's just a garland. It's plastic, same thing. That to me does not look like a dandelion. That looks like clover. So it's just little plastic. I don't know if there's 2 strings here. It's a decent amount of flowers. And again, with that, what I'm using it for outside, I'm not looking for, you know, gorgeous silk flowers. But there is a reasonable amount here. And it's nice. These are the ones that, you know, if you do happen to pull them off, you're just going to be able to snap them back on because they're going to sit right back onto that little nub. So I'm assuming in here there's one that's probably fallen off already. But it's just, this is just another nice little ivy branch, little clover. So this will work nice with the greens. And I don't know what I was thinking that night, but I bought red and purple. And I think I thought, oh, that'll look really nice together. And I think it might. But this purple is purple. It is. This was $2.39, and it just says purple one piece. So I'm not sure. It kind of looks like a little bell-shaped plant. Almost like sort of like a big baby's breath sort. Just little plastic purple flowers. But I figure they showed see, yeah, it's on a stem. So you could stick this into, you know, like if you had a pot with Oasis or, well, Sahara in it. And it's just this little, it needs to be fluffed up. And I would have to obviously go through and make all of this nice. But I think actually, this won't look terrible together. You know, it might look cute. So with a little greenery. So now I just need to go find the perfect bowl, because the problem is, in my mind, I want like one of those Italian sort of spaghetti bowl type of things. And in my mind, I know what it looks like. Now I just have to find that bowl in real life. I got this to wash the window on my car. This was $2.09. And I laughed when I saw people putting it together online. Everyone was like, oh, you know, I don't know how it snaps together. I can see exactly. There we go. I got to come right in. So it's just this little piece. It goes on this little wand, and then it has these 2 little, basically like a little shower hat for the black piece. And you just put this little blue cloth piece over it. Doesn't seem like it fits real easy, but, or I have it on wrong, completely possible either way. Or I got a defective one, I don't know. But either way, you get the idea. This blue piece goes on, you spray your windshield, and then you can use this to like get in, although I'm not sure, you know, you would like when you're I'm not that tall, and to reach all the way down into my Windshield to wash stuff is not, this would just make it easier. And plus, I'm also one of those people, I get my nails done and I enjoy having my nails done. But your middle finger sticking out, you know, being the longest finger, I jam it. Every time I'm trying to do something, I jam it. So I thought that would make me a little happier than trying to, you know, scooch down and reach down and smack my fingernail. These, $2.98. It's probably the only time, well, not the only time, but one of the few times Facebook suggested an ad to me, and I rushed over and bought it. They are Corgi cookie cutters. There is the one that will show you his little butt. There is the one that will show you the whole dog with his little face. There's quite a bit of detail, like you can see his eyes and his little nose and stuff. This one here, same thing, the detail with you got his little butt and his little eye. And then anyone who's ever had a Corgi knows this position on a Corgi. They like turn into little seals. And so again, those are all for a Christmas present. I'm actually going to get a box and start a box of things that I bought for gifts. Some of this stuff is actually for gifts. This, I hesitate to show this because there's a chance that the one who it's for as a gift will see it. But I couldn't help but buy this. It was too stupid cute. $5.29 for this. And this was probably the nicest packaged thing I've gotten from Temu. It's a giraffe. And it's the kind like you would put it on your gate or the side of your door or whatever. He's like poking out around the corner. This is a decent size. I mean, this is probably like, you know, the whole thing's probably an 8.5 by 11 sheet. Like it's like the size of a piece of paper. So it's not quite that big, but it's close. And it's a nice metal. Like it's a nice, looks like, you know, that laser cut metal. There's a lot of detail in it. I'm really, really happy with this. And they had a couple of different ones. I almost bought the horse one, and then I realized there's so many of those kind of things that my girls have won over the years that I don't have a place for. And so I just got this one that will 100% be a gift. And it was $5.29. So who doesn't like a good giraffe gift, you know? I'm going to slip this back in here. And again, if she sees it, she'll know exactly who it's for. And I just have to bank on the fact that she'll forget. Okay, so I told you about my car. I don't know if I mentioned in other videos, I have a thing about flamingos. Definitely love my flamingos. $1.98 for this. And it's a little tackier than I normally, well, who am I kidding? I also have a 2-year-old foster baby. So my car is full of dog and toddler. So my poor car, it was a brand spanking new car. Like I bought it in July of 2021. It was a 2022. I've never in my life had a car that new. I had brand new cars when I was younger, but I always bought them the year they were, not before. So this is a big deal for me. It was the first time I bought my car. I came home Friday night with my new car. Saturday morning, we went to Lowe's. It never stood a chance. She never got to be a new car. So I'm taking it in to have it detailed because, again, between the toddler and the dog, you'd look at my car and be like, dude, do you even know what a vacuum cleaner is? I do. It's just fighting an uphill battle. So after I take it in this next time, I think I'm going to get car seat covers and all the stuff you're supposed to do when you get a new car that I just never did. So I saw this. This was $1.98. It's adorable. It's not a super, it's kind of like sort of like a foam underneath, but there's definitely a clothy top to it. But this goes over your center console. It's got the 2 little straps to strap to, you know, like the little thing in the middle of the little center console that flips up. My dog likes to surf. And even if he can go in the back seat, he will sit in the front seat and just stand up on that middle console. There were paw prints in my yard the other day that if somebody else that didn't know my dog walked in, they'd swear to God there was a Wolverine out there. Because my dog, even when his toenails are clipped, the guy's got long, fancy nails all the time. So I just figured if I got something like this, it should have, I probably should have gotten it in like black or something. It's my car's a special edition. It's called the Blackout Edition. So everything on it's black, the door handles, everything, the wheels. And then I'm going to throw me a little bit of flamingo on the inside. So this is what's going on the center console of my car to protect my car from the effects of my dog. Now this, when I bought my house a couple years back, I had a friend who, as a housewarming gift, got me the cutest little little flag stand and a bag of flags for pretty much every holiday. And it has a 4th of July flag, but like this time of year, you know, you want just something red, white, and blue, something for Memorial Day. After 4th of July, you want something red, white, and blue for Labor Day. Or, you know, if I live near the beach, I would have a beach flag, but I don't, so I don't. But I thought this was super, super cute. It says, "Let Freedom Ring," and then established 1776. Just a super cute little red, white, and blue gnome. Adorable. This is the same canvas. It's a really nice quality canvas. Canvas sort of style. I wasn't going to jump on the whole gnome bandwagon, but they didn't have one that wasn't. If they had a red, white, and blue flamingo, I would have a red, white, and blue flamingo. But I thought this was super, super cute. It's going to look great out there on my porch, or not on my porch, on my front steps, which I'm planning to redo a little bit. I'm doing a lot of things around my house that are home improvement projects, not necessarily home improvement projects that had to be done, but it's sort of time to just make some things look a little nicer. Apparently the blue flower, I bought 2 of them. So that can just go over there. Just looking for, pull out the rest of the stuff that's in the bag here. Oh, and here's something else to go along with all those flowers. These are like little, it just says wine red. They're kind of like, probably like a mini rose. 99 cents. Just little red bud flowers with some baby's breathy type stuff. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stems. Each stem has a couple flowers on them. Like, you probably can just sort of fluff it up a little and get them to look better. So this, with those other flowers that I have, that's going to go out on my front for decoration. Just going to pull the last of these few things out of here. That's empty. Oops, not empty. Something else in there. Okay. That's empty. So, a couple of other things. The rest of this kind of doesn't have much of a theme, so I'm just going to go through it. And tomorrow's theme is cleaning my dining room, putting all this stuff that I bought away. Okay, these were 71 cents. And again, I mentioned my love for cheap jewelry. I have a really good skin that can handle pretty much anything. I've never had an allergic reaction. I probably shouldn't say that out loud because who knows what will happen now. But these are super, super cute. They're just blue. 3 little circles, silver, 71 cents. Super pretty. And, you know, little pair of just fish hook earrings. Just the little fish hooks. So 71 cents. I am positive I have a necklace upstairs that goes with these. I had a problem with paparazzi jewelry a few years ago. And when I say problem, I had no problem. I went on my friend's thing every night and I bought all kinds of jewelry. And I was really excited because it was $5 where you would get a necklace and earrings. Matter of fact, the one that I'm wearing that's all twisted up now, this was a $5 set. It looked much prettier earlier today before it was all twisted up on itself. So I'm sure a lot of the earrings from paparazzi came with these goofy little just balls, or they had some ugly tassel ones. So there's a lot of, Emma, don't do it. Sorry, my cat just came by and had a little bit of a incident here. So anyway, I'm sure I have a necklace that matches these earrings. I'm sure I have a necklace that matches all the earrings I bought. This was, I'm sure I wrote the price on here somewhere, $1.68. Everybody that's doing a Temu haul practically has bought one of these. It's the little mini sealer. It's basically like a tiny flat iron for your bags. So you just put the bag in here, you run this along it, so it seals stuff up again. It was cheap, otherwise I probably wouldn't have bought it. It's got a little magnet on it so you can stick it on your fridge. And it's meant just for sealing up, if you have a bag that you have to cut open, doesn't have the Ziploc on it. It does have instructions in here. One lady that I watched, she said something about she didn't like it. She read the instructions, realized she really did like it. So I'll play with that a little bit later. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. I'm sure there's a few things that I need to learn about it, but I'll play with that later. So that's pretty. It's the world's tiniest flat iron, but it's for your bags. This, they called it an herb comb. It was $1.07. And it's supposed to be like when you have rosemary or any of the plants that you would need to strip. You just put this, put the stem here and just comb down it and it'll pull everything you're trying to strip off. I don't know if the bigger ones are for berries or whatnot. Honestly, this was one of those things I put in my cart and I was going to take it out. And then, I was like, no, sometimes like at the end of the year, like after you let your stuff dry or whatever, and you just want to get it off quick. So I got that. And then I have one daughter who is a big, big Batman fan. She just got her own house. I don't know if she'll ever bake cookies or not, but her fiance probably will. So for $1.68, I got Batman cookie cutters, 2 different sizes. They're just your typical, the cookie cutter you'd buy anywhere. They're not any stronger or weaker than any other cookie cutters. This Batman's a little sideways, so just tweak them out a little. You can straighten them out, but any of these kind of cookie cutters that you have, they do get a little misshapen sometimes. The little guy looks pretty perfect. So that is going in the Christmas box, Christmas stockings, whatever. So that's what I got that one for. These, I raised little girls. My foster baby is a little girl. I have long hair. All my girls have long hair. So when you see hair ties, you tend to just buy them because that's what you do when you have little girls. It was $1.79. And it's pink and purple hair ties. I'm not sure how many are in here, but there's a lot. And I don't know if it mentioned a size in the ad, but if it did, I didn't read it. So these will be good for the baby's hair. Usually I can wear some babies because my hair has gotten so much thinner as I've gotten older. But There's like a pastel set and then a pink set. So these will be probably pretty much exclusively for the baby because I don't think I could get my hair through those twice. But they're just, you know, like I said, when you have little girls, hair ties are one of those things you just buy without even thinking about. For $1.58, picked up some heat tape for my sublimation. When you sublimate on fabric, you tape it down. So, or even on the cups, when I sublimate on anything, you tape it down. You have to have special tape so that it doesn't leave a mark. I redid my bathroom. And by I mean my brother and my daughter. I simply bought stuff and handed stuff. But I replaced, when I bought my house was built in 1932. When I bought my house, the tub had like metal tiles, so to speak. It was weird. They didn't feel metal, but they rusted, so they had to be metal. But they were painted, so they only rusted in certain spots. So I was like, when I get the first chance I get, this bathroom's got to have some love. So I was all ready. I had everything ready for when we were going to do it. We had planned a weekend. Everybody put it on their calendar. I had everything bought. I had the tub surround bought. I had the caulking, everything we needed. I had it bought and ready. Well, inside my shower, because I'm sure when this house was built, there was no shower. There was simply a tub. Well, in my shower is a giant window. I have 23 windows in my house, and they're all huge. There's one in my shower. So I purposely bought the tub surround. I did because it said that it is meant to be cut around a window. Well, the little shelves that were built into the tub surround, you needed 13 inches. I only had 11, so I couldn't use that one. So I returned it, bought a different one, couldn't use that, returned it. Finally ended up buying panels. Like they're giant, thick sheets of tile. And I made a surround. I was able to cut it. But because I didn't have the right kind of saw to cut it with, the right tool to cut it with, it's not perfect. It's not, it's great. It's 1,000% better than it was. But the corners, it was just nice to dress up the corners a little better where they meet, because right now it just has silicone in it, and it's just not pretty. So I got this tape, and it was $2.08. I bought 2 rolls of it. I'm hoping that's enough. And it's just this tape that you put in, and it just sort of will make my seams look a little better. It folds in half. Sandy, go away. It's got an adhesive backing on it, and then it just has a little crease so I can fold it and put this tape down along the seams, and it'll just give it a nice clean finished look, which is really the only thing I need to replace the flooring in it, and not even replace the flooring. I just need to make the flooring pretty. So I got that for my bathroom. This thing, I'm a fool for kitchen gadgets, cheap jewelry and kitchen gadgets. I probably have plenty of both, but that doesn't stop me. So this, when I saw this, I just was fascinating in the picture. I'm going to just take that plastic off. This is for going into a pepper, like they showed a jalapeno or any of those. You could use any of those little peppers. But you put this in and you just spin it around and you pull it out and you get that whole little seed pod out of your pepper. So if you're making cream cheese jalapenos or something like that, and it's serrated all the way down, so it will cut whatever it needs to on the way. Matter of fact, I scrape my finger with it. But it's actually, this is decent quality. Like it was fairly cheap. I don't know if I told you the price before I threw the thing in the trash or not, but I don't know. I threw it in the trash and I'm not sure which one it was. This one, $2.09. Yeah. So this is really a pretty high quality thing. It's got the nice little handle to hang it if you hang your stuff. You can see the, I don't know if you can see the little hooks. These are raised a little bit, so they'll catch whatever when they pull it out. So this, I'm kind of looking forward to this. This is probably the bag it came in. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I picked the bag up. I think this is it. It was $1.38. So either way, this was under $2. And I was pretty excited about that. Now, oh, there's an earring back, and whether it came out of, either came off of my earring or it came out of that bag. So I'm just going to stick it back on my earring. Okay. This was $1.34, and it is a waterproof mascara. And I used to have fake lashes, and I loved my fake lashes. But a girl's got to pick and choose in life what she can pay for and what she's not going to pay for. And I just didn't have the money to keep doing the fake lashes. And honestly, to quote my friend, she goes, my husband doesn't even know I have eyelashes. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I said I didn't do it for men. I did it for me because I liked the way it looked. But either way, girls got to cut corners somewhere. That's where I cut corners. So got this mascara, and it is Lameila, Lameila Free Control Mascara. It's supposed to be super, you know, thick, whatever. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I'm one of those people where I'm kind of funky about my eyes, so I don't keep my, you know, you're supposed to change your mascara every so often. And I tend to replace mascara pretty frequently just because I don't want anything near my eyes that's gonna make me go blind. This was $1.34, and I'm thrilled that I bought it on Temu and not on Amazon, because I've had this in my cart a million times on Amazon, and theirs might be a little higher quality. I don't know. But this was $1.34, and for what I'm going to do with it, $1.34 is probably all I should pay for it. It's a bamboo mat for rolling a sushi mat. Now, I've had several, like you can do fruit sushi, or you can, you know, use like thin sliced zucchini and that kind of thing. So I'm super excited about this because I'll just give it a try. And honestly, when you look at it, it doesn't look all that different than your grandmother's blinds that she had in the living room. It's just those really old, it's just a bunch of little sticks sewn together. So I'm looking forward to trying that, seeing how that works. So I have the bag that the order came in sitting on the floor. And Emma, the cat, is sitting in it and just watching me. Just watching. And she's the one who also knocked everything over because she was running across the table. Okay, this was $1.38. This is, I almost hate to admit that I bought this for myself, but you know what? Getting old is not for the weak. It's to correct your bunions. So, you know, if you get to be my age, cute shoes. I at one point, my podiatrist said to me, he goes, it looks like you had an injury as a child and your mother didn't take you to the doctor. And I looked that doctor square in the eye and I said, I can't tell you what incident it was, but I am positive that happened. Because if we were doing something stupid and we got hurt, you walked it off. You just walked it off because it hurt less to walk it off than to hear, I told you shouldn't have been doing that. And we used to have ponies. Well, we didn't have ponies. The neighbor had ponies, but we did all kinds of stupid stuff we shouldn't have done. And I'm positive the pony stepped on my foot or a horse stepped on my foot somewhere along the way or rode a bike over it or something. I used to babysit for this kid that had bilateral casts on, and he accidentally would step on my foot any chance he got. So your feet were either moving or up so that he couldn't stomp on them. But consequently, throughout all those injuries, my foot developed a bunion. And basically, if you don't know, the bunion is just your bone goes like this instead of like this. And so I remember last year I went to my podiatrist, and he said to me, he goes, that doesn't hurt? And I go, it doesn't, it really doesn't. But honestly, I have a pretty high tolerance for pain. So he's like, really? Because that should hurt you a lot. And he goes, we call that a Z foot. And I'm like, oh, really? Well, that's cool. Yeah, but it doesn't hurt. But I do have, every once in a while, if I have tight shoes on, it'll hurt. But he said to me, he goes, we don't even do surgeries on those till your pain is at a 6 or greater. And I'm like, well, on a bad day, it might be a 2. So I thought I would try this for $1.38. This looked like a pretty heavy duty, and it can go on either foot. But basically this just pushes against the bone. You wrap this around your big toe. This pushes against the bone, and you wear it at night, wrap this around your foot, and it basically just works to sort of coax that bone back into line. I don't know if it'll work. They sell 1,000 products out there for things that'll help you get rid of your bunions, but for $1.38, I'm willing to give it a shot. It's a pretty hard plastic. Like, this is a good hard plastic. The Velcro seems pretty solid. It's the last time you're going to see it white. Even if I just wear it at night, it'll... and I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to wear it at night. I don't like anything on my feet at night. I don't sleep in socks. I tuck in the end of my bed, but I don't come anywhere near the end of my bed. I'm 5 feet tall. So the edges of my bed are not tucked in. So I can hang a foot out at any given moment. I don't like things touching my feet. I don't even get pedicures because I don't like people touching my feet. So yeah, it's a little weird, but whatever. That's who I am. So I'm going to give this a try, and maybe I'll take pictures and see if it progresses. Maybe, you know, next time I go to my podiatrist, he's like, you're a fool. Why'd you waste money on that? And I'll be like, ha, it was $1.38. Doesn't matter. So this is, I got these for my garden, and it's another one of those things where I should not lay in bed. I'm better off to binge watch a TV series than lay in bed at night, and I'm going to have to put these back in the bag because my cats will go after them. It is just a bunch of butterflies. They're on nice little metal, and they're sort of like plastic, but the body of the butterfly is just metal. It's wrapped metal, and it's on a little spring. These honestly were, it was 88 cents, and there are 10 pieces. There's different colors. They're plastic. They're like a, oh, I don't know how to describe it, but they're plastic. So I'll play with them a little bit to get them, you know, in different positions. But there's all different colors. So I will sprinkle these throughout my garden, just for a little pop of color. We'll see how it goes. I just thought they were pretty, and, you know, 88 cents. I just thought I'd give them a shot, so bought those. Now, these last two things, there's one lady, I love to watch her. Like, if I lived anywhere near her, she lives in Kentucky. If I lived anywhere near her, we'd be friends. She's that type of person. Her videos are, she's so animated and so much fun. And she gets clothes and she tries them on, and some of the stuff she loves and some of the stuff she doesn't. And so I watched enough of her videos, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to give it a shot with some of this clothes. So I bought, this was $5.84, and it's a little dress. Now, I can wear dresses to work finally. I work in the medical field, but I've always been clinical, and this is the first job I've had ever in my career where I was not clinical. So I can wear cute little dresses. I can't wear too many cute shoes because of, you know, the issues with my feet, but I can wear like some little booties, and if not, I just have really nice sneakers. So this has a really nice feel to it. It's almost like a rayon sort of, and it's just a cute little dress. This is gonna be longer on me than some of the other dresses I wear, because this is, I was wondering about how, so their clothes, their regular clothes, a 14 is their XXL. But if you go into their plus size, XL is a 16. So it basically just starts over at XL and goes up. So you got to really pay attention when you're ordering clothes, whether you're in the regular line or the plus line. And where it says the, small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, whatever, in parentheses next to it, it'll have the number. So pay attention to that when you're ordering. So I will let you know, this looks, it's not sheer. I'm pretty sure I could get away with wearing this without any sort of thing under it, but I'm not all that ladylike sometimes, so I wear shorts under my dresses all the time because that's just who I am. If you hear my dog bark again, he's running around. It's about time to go back outside. So I apologize if you hear him bark. But this is just cute. It's not even tie-dye. It's just sort of a random pattern. But this definitely looks casual enough to wear like just around. But it also is dressy enough that I could certainly get away with wearing it to work. The only reason I stopped looking at clothes on Temu was because it sometimes doesn't bother me to have no pockets on the dress because, again, I wear shorts underneath them and the shorts always have a pocket in them. So this will be all right. But that was one of the reasons I stopped looking, was because this didn't have pockets in it. But it's cute. I think I'm really going to like it. This is a 2XL. It doesn't have any tag in it other than that. So I'll let you know how this works out. I got that one. And then I got this one. This is just another dress. This one was $6.19. And I'm trying really hard to go a little bit outside my my comfort zone, simply because obviously what I'm doing isn't working, and I'm trying to try some new things. So the fabric of this one, I think I'm going to like a little more than this one. This one looks to be, oh, this is definitely a little more sheer. Super cute. So I'll show you the skirt first before I show you the top. So super cute, just little pattern. I tend to not buy light colored clothing, especially clothing that has the light part over the chest area, because there are days by the time I get home, my chest has had as much to eat as I have. I can try to be as ladylike as possible, and sometimes that just doesn't work. So this is, oh, it's got little ties. So, okay, here we go. This is the front. It's a high neck. I am busty, so I generally don't like wearing high neck things, because when you wear something high neck, it just makes everything look even bigger than it is. So I will see. This has the little strap in it is adjustable. So when you put it on, like I said, it's like the high neck, but it ties in the back. So you can, I would assume it's got, these are some pretty low armpit type things. So I will have to see, what bra looks good with it. I cannot in any way, shape, or form go braless, so that will never happen. And then I saw these girls buying these cute little, it's like a little silicone type bra that is just like, my sister-in-law used to call them chicken cutlets. And they just look like chicken cutlets that you slap on, and then they buckle in the front. It's supposed to give you all kinds of cleavage and whatnot. I almost bought one of those, and I was like, it's not going to work. It is not going to work for you. It might work for other people, but you're not in that category. So I will have to see how this works, how I make this work. But this one is pretty enough that I could wear this to work as well. And this is a 2XL, but yet this one, I think this one just said XL, and they're both, oh no, they both say 2XL. So I'll let you know maybe how those work out. I like that I have a job where I can dress up a little bit. I wore scrubs for far too many years, and all scrubs do is make you a little bit complacent about how you look, because it's pretty easy to throw your hair up in a ponytail, throw on some matching pajamas, and out the door you go with your sneakers. You don't care what you look like necessarily, because even if you do something like, you know, spill something on yourself or whatever, you just put a lab coat on and no one notices, so it's fine. So it's kind of nice that I can put a little effort into my appearance. And I like these little dresses. They're definitely going to be fun summer dresses, even if they're not good dresses for work. I think the darker one will be good for work. I think the lighter one might be more like if I go see a band or whatever, and there's not really a chance of me being caught with sunlight behind me, because I have a feeling that that would not be good. I think they're a little sheer for that. So that's it for my 2 Temu hauls. Again, if you want to help me get this off the ground, like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment. Make sure you turn a little bell on so you can get notifications, because who wouldn't want to see my bright smiley face and come see whatever goofy thing I'm coming up with next. I'm going to be doing a review on the cups that I use, the tumbler press, a couple other things I have in mind. I almost brought my phone downstairs with me to show you a little bit of me working in my shop, but a lot of the stuff where I'm working in my shop is just not, it's a lot of stuff that it doesn't go fast. It's not a fast moving thing. So we'll see where I go next with this, but probably no more videos this week, because I definitely need to start getting some of these things put away. And it's been raining here for what seems like forever. I'm sure it's probably been 4 or 5 days. We've been getting rain every single day. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's supposed to be nice weather, getting outside, either getting onto the kayaks or working in the yard, putting up all this garden stuff that I bought this week. So if I can do that, maybe I throw together a video this weekend of my garden and how it's coming along. I still need to get a truckload of stone, do a little more work out there, but from what my house looked like when I bought it, it's looking so much nicer now. And it's just, I love this house. I love everything about it. I have metal cabinets in my kitchen that definitely need to be repainted. They've seen some things. So there's a couple of projects that I could probably go over. So it's not just going to be shopping. I can't do just shopping, because I didn't come into my family fortune yet. So just joking. There isn't one. So it won't just be shopping. I'll be doing some things. So we'll just hang out, kind of get to know each other, and help me out and share, subscribe, help spread the word. And thanks. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.